What's up, guys? Welcome to today's lesson. Now this is part 3, I believe, of this series for piano intro ideas. All right, so if you've not seen the other parts, check the other parts out as well. Okay, so if you're excited to get into this lesson, let's get right into it. Now today we'll look at another simple piano intro idea. Now with this, what you do is you can actually pick the chord progression of the song. Like in the previous lesson, we talked about picking inspiration from the chord progression. Okay, so you pick inspiration from the chord progression and then play a repeated note on the right over the chord progression on the left. Now today what we're going to do is to sort of create melodies out of the chord progression. So if you've seen some of my previous videos where I talked about targeting the third, this will come in handy quite a lot. So we're going to target the third quite a lot in this lesson. All right, so by the way, if you've not liked this video, please like my video so we can reach more people, because this really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And if this is your first time here, consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell. All right, so let's say, for example, you have a song with chord progression 6, okay, 4, and then 1. Okay, so you have that chord progression. You can we'll try to create, like, target a third and create progression out of an intro out of this, and then I'll give you a perfect real music example where something like this was used. Right, so we can target the third, like, let's take it maybe half the time. So right, so each time I'm targeting the third or the fifth most of the time. Okay, so I'll give you a perfect example. The song I Will Sing by Don Moen, an old song, classic, right? So what they did was the song itself goes, Lord, you seem so far away, da 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 da, da 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 da, right? Something like that. So 6, 4, 1. And how did they play the intro of that song? Just play. Alright. Okay, I'll break it down very soon, right? Lord, you seem so far away. Da, 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 da. Just something like that. And what's going on? It's mainly creating melodies out of the chord progression. So you have, that's the first one. Target the third. So you see how it's targeting the third here. On the 6th, the third of the 6 is 1 here. So right, and creating a melody. La, 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 la. And sometimes you have to sort of feel what's some kind of come up with some kind of nostalgic melody, right? So, but if you're short of these kind of ideas, stick with some principles. For example, just targeting the third, right? So you see on the first 2 chords, he targeted the third was targeted. and the last two chords on this chord, he targeted the fifth was targeted. So you can make do with targeting the fifth or the third most of the time. I usually don't like to target the one because it doesn't sound too nice, because it's not too harmonic. It sounds like you're playing the same thing in both hands, right? So as a base case, try to target the third or the fifth. So right, and the second time around, right, just so you don't repeat the same thing they played. I mean, in this chord progression, you could as well just play it very simple, like I just created another. This is not how they played it, but each time I'm just creating a melody by targeting some kind of notes in the chord. And here I targeted like the seventh, right? Which is a little bit different, quite kind of jazzy, right? So I could have got right. So I'm targeting, and I could do now you can take it further. So the chord progression is your foundation, but you can always target other notes. For example, this first chord, which is the sixth chord, I could easily target the 9, right? And I target the 7th on the 4. I'm just trying to, now I'm taking this a little bit to the intermediate level. So for my beginner students, just stick with targeting the 3rd and the 5th. If you want to take it a little bit further, you can target the 7th, the 9th, mostly, or you can take it further and target something else, 13th and so on. But 7th, 9th, pretty okay. So you go, so let's try that with, I'm going to target the 3rd and the 5th and play with a loop, and then after that I'll come back again, and then now I'll start targeting notes that are a little bit different from that. All right, so let's give it a shot. All right, so now I'm gonna start just playing out a little bit, and then I'll target notes like the 7th and the 9th and so on. Okay, so let's give it a shot. All right, so the possibilities are endless, as you can see. So from the same chord progression, 6, 4, 1, 5, someone can create okay, someone can create starting the same point, and it sounds a little bit different. So from the same chord progression, because chord progressions are common to songs, but how, if you want to create a unique intro, you can just take your time and come up with melodies that are different from what others have played out there. All right, I hope this is useful. I mean, feel free, take some songs, play some intros, tag me at pianowithkinsley.com on Instagram, and I'll watch it, give you my feedback. All right, and if you've enjoyed this lesson, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.